Morning, I'm Kelly from Neurodiversity Support, and today I want to talk about something that really hit home for me, Jamie Oliver's recent programme on dyslexia. If you watched it, you'll know it was emotional, eye-opening and frustrating all at the same time. Like his campaign to improve school dinners, Jamie is once again highlighting how our systems are failing children. But just like before, I'm left thinking, is anything actually going to change? Let's start with school dinners. I completely agreed with Jamie back then. Schools shouldn't be feeding children sugary cakes and ultra-processed junk. Sugar has no place in education. It's toxic to the developing brain and seriously affects focus, behaviour and learning. I've seen children come back from break time after having chocolate cake and climbing all over the tables when before they were just sat down. I raised my own children with that in mind, and I've stopped eating sugar myself, as you'll see from my past videos. So yes, Jamie, I'm 100% with you on that. Jamie then mentioned that 25% of children in classrooms are dyslexic or neurodiverse. But from what I see in my pre-assessments every single day, that number is way off. I've worked with hundreds of families and spoken to countless teachers and head teachers across the UK. One head teacher even said to me, mainstream schools aren't mainstream anymore. They're additional needs schools. She told me 80% of her students aren't fully accessing the curriculum. Shocking. From my experience, I'd say at least 60 to 70% of children in mainstream schools need some form of additional support. Little quick side note, I loved that Jamie didn't use the word neurodivergent. I actually, I don't really like it. I know it's the current term, but honestly, it makes my teeth itch. It sounds like a cleaning product. I much prefer neurodiverse because that's what we are. We're part of the natural variety of human brains. Not broken, just different. So why are so many kids struggling? Well, Jamie's programme showed how many children feel like failures. And I see this every single day. They aren't failing because they're not capable. They're failing because the system isn't designed for them. We're not screening for learning differences early enough. We're not teaching in ways that suit different learning styles. If we grouped children by how they learn instead of their age, more children would flourish. That's not just my opinion either. It's supported by research like Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences. Jamie highlighted that around 50% of prisoners are dyslexic. Campaigner Sarah Templeton, who I work closely with, who screens for ADHD in prisons, puts the figure closer to 75% for ADHD alone. And many of those individuals have both ADHD and dyslexia. This is what can happen when children are misunderstood, unsupported and labelled as problems. They don't get the help they need and they fall through the cracks. According to Jamie's figures, around 103,500 children in the UK are diagnosed with dyslexia every year. But what about the ones who haven't been diagnosed? What about the kids being excluded or punished for behaviour that's actually rooted in an unmet need? And the training that teachers get, it's awful. I hear all the time that teacher training includes only half a day of SEN training within the 3 years. Even at Jamie's 25%, that should equate to 7 months. So it's just not inadequate, it's insulting to the profession and damaging to children. Most teachers I speak to don't even know what dysgraphia is. How can we possibly support children we don't understand? Then let's talk about the government response. Jamie's meeting with the Education Minister. Honestly, It was actually frustrating. Her answers were vague, evasive, and non-committal. It felt like she wasn't truly aware, or didn't really want to be, of what's happening on the ground. And the idea that they might scrap EHCPs or send tribunals, well, that's absolutely terrifying. Families are already fighting so hard to get the basic support their children need. Removing these last safety nets would be catastrophic. I even attended one of the call to action curriculum reform meetings Jamie mentioned in his programme. It was shocking how little outreach had been done to special schools or SEN settings. When I asked the question, why haven't SEN professionals been invited? The answer I received, well, that's why you're here, Kelly, to get the word out. Honestly, it felt like tokenism. Even the form they wanted people to fill out was inaccessible. It needed a high reading level and academic language. Well, that's discrimination, plain and simple. If I, someone who's been in this field for years, need help understanding parts of it, how on earth are parents supposed to engage with this? Jamie said, we want children to thrive, not just survive. And I couldn't agree more. Rejection sensitivity, shame, feeling like you're not good enough, these things stay with children for life. And if we don't fix this broken system now, we are setting a generation up to fail. So if you're a parent, teacher, school leader, or just someone who cares and you want to help build a better system, please get in touch. We need to redesign education from the ground up because the current model isn't just outdated, it's harmful. I've already booked a meeting with my local MP to highlight this in the next couple of weeks. So keep following and fingers crossed. Thanks for listening. And Jamie, if you're watching, I'm standing right beside you. Let's keep this pressure on. Take care.